welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And of course, if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Please consider joining the channel membership, only $1 a month. And it goes to support the channel and the things that I'm trying to do here. So consider that. That would be greatly appreciated. Whew. I'm out enjoying some beautiful trails this morning in the Salomon Genesis. Check those out. We're going to be doing our full review today in these, and the word of the day is confidence. So I'd be interested if this is a shoe that you're considering to buy, and if not, what other trail shoe might you be considering? Drop a comment down below. And if you're interested in getting this shoe for yourself, please hit up my affiliate links down in the pinned comment or the description below. I've got an affiliate link to Salomon's website. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but it gives me a little kickback if you use it to buy any of your products. Alrighty, on with the review. So today we are going to be talking about the build, the comfort, the performance, and the value of the Salomon Genesis. But first, voiceover Chad, why don't you tell us a little bit about the specs and features of the shoe?
Salomon states, Genesis is a mountain running shoe that is as comfortable and confidence boosting as it is dynamic, agile, and primed for adventure. Designed for hard wearing durability and meticulous precision in tricky terrain, no rugged climbing is too steep, no descent too sketchy. With a dynamic support chassis and reliable grips, you can send it safely. And spoiler alert, that is a very good description of this shoe. As for some of those specs and features, you get the ContiGrip outsole rubber with 4.5mm directional lugs, energy foam midsole with an active chassis support on the lateral side, Ortholite performance insoles, tear-resistant matrix weaved upper, Quicklace System, gusseted tongue, 34mm of heel stack, 26mm of toe stack for an 8mm drop, weighing in at 269 grams or 9.4 ounces in a men's size 9, and a US MSRP of $150. I should also state that Salomon did send me this shoe for the purpose of review, but know that all thoughts and opinions are strictly my own. Chad, back over to you.
I should mention that all of the B-roll footage that you're seeing was recorded after this run, so you're seeing the shoe as it truly is. I've had the Salomon Genesis out for a good handful of runs, and frankly, I really enjoyed the shoe. So let's start with the overall build and build quality. Salomon is no stranger when it comes to building a quality shoe, and certainly the Salomon Genesis is no exception. Salomon chose materials that are very durable, high performing, and long lasting, and then they brought it all together in an overall package that just is really well done, well executed. That ContiGrip outsole is very nice, should be very durable. I would say on par with a Vibram Mega Grip outsole, so should last a very long time. That energy foam midsole is very similar to some of the other shoes that they've been coming out with recently, and from my experience it should last a very long time as well. It doesn't break down too quickly, provides good feedback and response, cushioning even over many miles and long-term use. And of course the upper is really where this shoe shines from a quality perspective or a build perspective. First off, you get that matrix upper with some Kevlar fabric or yarn in there. It's extremely durable and very tear resistant. All right, what direction do I want to go here? Better check the map here. Straight, okay. So yeah, that matrix upper is just super durable and should last a really long time, not give you any issues over the long term. Additionally, Salomon did a great job adding some overlays around the toe box. You actually get 2 overlays, which help prevent when you kick a rock or a root or something, it helps protect those toes. So nice tout toe box or toe protect there with those overlays, and then you get some additional overlays around the sides of the shoe and around the back. This helps add some more protection and help the overall build quality in the shoe lasting a long time. So I don't know what more I can really tell you, except that, again, the build quality on the Genesis is just really, really well done, well executed. I think Salomon really hit the nail on the head on this one. The Quicklace system is also well made. I mean, Salomon's proven themselves with that system. I've never had an issue with it. So yeah, all in all, just props. I'm gonna give the overall build and build quality, well, frankly, I have nothing to complain about there. So I'm gonna give it a perfect score, 10 out of 10. Now moving on to the comfort of the shoe. One thing that surprised me was the comfort. I'm always a little leery about the underfoot comfort, that midsole, when it comes to Salomon shoes. But I feel like they've made some significant improvements and strides more recently with their midsole. The energy foam in this shoe is very similar to the Pulsar Trail 2, and that's a very good thing. I found it to be very soft and responsive at the same time. Just a good balance between those two things. And it remains comfortable on anything from smooth trails to a little bit more technical trails or rocky trails, kind of like this. Actually, let me be honest, I really like the midsole in this shoe, so much so that I really consider using it for my up and coming 50-mile trail race. I also find that my foot fits into the shoe nice and snug. Of course, true to Salomon, it's on the more narrow fit, which I don't mind. My foot's not moving around at all, just nice and secure. That active chassis plastic plate on the side of the shoe, I honestly thought that was gonna be all marketing hype, but I think it's actually functional too. What I've found is that my foot wants to roll less to that outside, helping to prevent against rolling your ankle. Just adds a little bit of stability on an otherwise soft midsole, but not in an intrusive way at all. That matrix upper is also very breathable, and then you get some nice, not overly dense, but enough good padding around the tongue and the ankle and the heel. And in some of Salomon's shoes, I feel like that Quicklace system kind of digs into the top of your foot just a little bit. Sometimes you feel it after a long run, but the fully gusseted tongue and that padding with a little bit of overlays across the top really do a good job at keeping the top of your foot super comfortable, to where I just don't feel those laces. It feels like I'm getting a good secure hold, but without any rubbing or hot spots at all. And then last thing worth mentioning is the secure hold around the ankle. My ankle's not moving at all, really just holds it nicely in place. Just really nice comfort all in all around the whole package of the Salomon Genesis. I went true to my 9.5 size. That was definitely a good choice in this shoe. So it fits true to size, but know that you're not gonna get a lot of extra room in that toe box or really anywhere else in the shoe. Again, it fits like a Salomon, which means it's on the more narrow, snug fit, which I kind of like. And I think it adds to the overall confidence that this shoe gives you. Remember that keyword? We'll come back to that. So I think overall, I'm gonna give comfort a 9 out of 10. The only reason for a Dachov point is because I feel like the shoe could be just a little bit lighter. That's not to say that it feels clunky or heavy underfoot, because it certainly doesn't, but it's still a really, really good score. So, I mean, yeah, I really can't complain about the comfort. It's just really nice. So yeah, I guess I don't want to ramble about that. Good morning, just talking to the YouTube. All right, so we just did a little loop over here at Horsetooth Mountain, which is near Fort Collins in northern Colorado. I am hitting, so just over 11 miles of my long run, about 19 or 20 miles today. We've got to do a small road section here to connect back into the trail. All right, and there's the trail. Now let's talk about the performance of the Salomon Genesis trail shoe. This is a confidence-inspiring, confidence-building shoe. No matter what you're putting it through, it just gives you confidence that you can just do it. That outsole rubber does great in a whole variety of conditions, uphill, downhill. That Conta Grip outsole I think is on par with a Vibram Mega Grip, or at least almost as good as Vibram. The performance of that midsole, that energy foam midsole, also quite nice. It just, as I mentioned earlier, has a good balance between soft cushioning and responsive feedback. Now, in combination with that midsole and the outsole, I feel like you get pretty good ground feedback. I can feel what my feet are stepping on and how to adapt to the ground, helping me to run in confidence. There's that word again. But then because the rubber is a full spread of rubber across the bottom, that outsole, you get really good protection as well. Now, there's no rock plate. I don't know if you need one. There's enough cushioning underfoot. Confidence. It gives you confidence while you're running. As for the upper performance, I already mentioned that it's built really well, high quality, and the comfort is nice. But from a performance perspective, I feel like my foot is held in nice and secure, and the upper is one of those uppers where you just don't have to think about it very much while running in the shoe. You're able to just get out on the trails, no matter what kind of trail it is, and confidently, there's that word again, confidently run. Now I'll show you the active chassis here. So there it is right there on the side. As I mentioned earlier, it really helps to stabilize the outside of your ankle there. And then coming around to the medial side, the midsole, this is not a chassis or a plastic plate here, but it is, oh man, I'm out of breath. But part of this midsole does come up a little bit higher just to help offer a little bit of support on the inside part of your foot. The heel is fairly rigid right at the bottom just to help hold things nice in place, but you get some really good padding up here. Again, I mentioned that in the comfort, but from a performance perspective, my heel just feels locked in and secure. It's not moving around at all. Now, you do get Salomon's Quicklace System, and I want to show you something, a little trick. So this is the Salomon Quicklace System. Basically, you just cinch down your laces as tight as you want, pull down that little slide tab, if you will, and then you roll, this is a trick, you roll the top of the laces together like this, and then that allows you to very easily slip them into this, what I would call the lace garage. It's like a little pouch at the top of the tongue where you can slip everything into. By doing that little roll that I just showed you, it allows you to get everything tucked into that lace garage very, very easily and quickly. And then your laces are nice and secure. They're not gonna be flapping around or getting caught or untied at any point in your run. Now you'll notice that because of that, the tongue does come up a little higher than some shoes. Never been an issue, problem at all as far as rubbing or even feeling the tongue on the front of my ankle there. So yeah, no problems, really nicely done. And then as far as performance, again, I mentioned that everything just feels nice and locked in around the top of your foot. I mean, I don't feel these laces at all. It keeps things nice and comfortable. Yeah, I just, no complaints. I really, really like it. Really secure hold here. My foot's not moving around side to side inside the shoe. Nice and performance oriented so that you can just hit the trails out in confidence. Again, there's that word. It's just all in all quite nice. I always feel like there's something I'm missing. So if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. As far as performance, I'm gonna give the Salomon Genesis a 9 out of 10. little bit of a breakfast syrup. Don't mind if I do. These are pretty delicious. Again, I got an affiliate link down below in the pinned comment or the description for buying any sort of these gels, like this untapped maple syrup gel, Spring Energy, SIS gels, whatever. You can get them all at the feed. So hit up my affiliate link and you'll probably save $15 on your next order. So yeah, go do that. Check it out. This is the salted raspberry. This is a good flavor. Wow. Now, what about the value of the shoe? At $150 US MSRP, I think that is a really strong price point, strong value point for this shoe. Now, at $150, there's a lot of competing trail shoes out there, but in this case, I think you're getting a high quality build, a shoe that's gonna last a long time, and a shoe that you're gonna be able to do pretty much all of your trail runs in, making it more of a universal go-to, do-it-all type of shoe. So for $150, I think that's a pretty good buy, especially if you're looking for one trail shoe. Now for $150, there are some other shoes that I've enjoyed. The Topo Athletic Mountain Racer 3, that's a very good shoe, very comfortable, although arguably not quite as well built as the Salomon Genesis. There's also the Ultra Timp 5, that's a great zero drop shoe, but I would prefer the Salomon Genesis over the Timp 5. I feel like the build quality and the comfort and the overall performance are just that much better and well worth it. So I'm gonna give value a 9 out of 10. So now, do I recommend the Salomon Genesis? Yes, I do recommend it, especially if you don't mind a slightly more narrow, sporty fitting shoe. This is a great do-it-all trail runner shoe. This is a shoe that I enjoy and look forward to running in. It's one that I want to go running in, and it works great in a whole variety of trail conditions and trail types. I mean, this shoe's just not gonna fall apart or fatigue prematurely. Lastly, it's a confidence inspiring shoe. It gives you confidence on the trails, and that's just really fun, really comforting. And it is a really fun shoe to run in because it gives you that confidence. So I think that's all I have for you today. If you made it this far into the video, please subscribe. Consider joining the channel membership. Only $1 a month, supports the channel. And if you're interested in this shoe, check out my Salomon affiliate link down in the pinned comment or the description below. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, but it does give me a little kickback when you use it to buy Salomon products or any of my other affiliate links. Thanks for joining me here today on these beautiful trails. I've got a lot more coming to the channel, some more shoe and gear reviews, some awesome run ventures, and of course some ultra racing, 50-mile race, 100-mile race, maybe more. We'll see. Taco Bell 50K, anyone? Anyways, more to come. I'll see you on the next video. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile as I am certainly today in the Salomon Genesis 11. These shoes, and definitely a shoe that I will continue to run in and look forward to running in. I'll see you on the next video. Bye now. Man, that was a horrible line. Always gotta come back for the camera.